Hey everybody. All right, last time we talked about chromosome number. Every cell in your body from the top of your head to the tip of your toes is diploid. In humans, that's 46 chromosomes, except sperm or egg, sex cells, which have half. They have 23 chromosomes. If you're talking about a fruit fly, every cell in their body has 4 chromosomes, diploid number, but in their egg or sperm, they have 2 chromosomes, half the number. And that's true for all sexually reproducing organisms. Today, we're going to talk about how chromosome number relates to mitosis and meiosis and sexual reproduction. So let's start with mitosis. We know all about mitosis, right? Before a cell divides, it copies its DNA, and you can see here that's already been done, because if this black line is one chromosome, its sister chromatid is the black line attached to it, making an X. Those identical chromosomes with exactly the same information, like if there's a gene for blue eyes there, there's a gene for blue eyes there, exactly the same information, gets divvied up to the 2 daughter cells. We then start with a cell with 6 chromosomes, and we're going to end with cells with 6 chromosomes. They just only have 1 copy at the end, right? They have 2 copies here, they have 1 copy here, but you've maintained the chromosome number. That's what mitosis does. And so if you have genes for brown eyes and dark skin and red hair in this cell, each of these daughter cells will have all of those traits. Okay, they're identical. Meiosis, on the other hand, meiosis could start with the same cell, but instead of separating the identical copies, it separates the homologous pairs. So remember, if this chromosome is A and this one's A prime, in other words, this one has a gene for brown eyes and this one has a gene for blue eyes, then this cell is getting the gene for blue eyes and this cell is getting the gene for brown eyes. It has 2 copies of them, but we've separated the homologous pairs. That is, the chromosomes about the same things. So while this cell is diploid, these cells are now monoploid. They have half the information of the original cell, 1/2 of each pair. And then it separates the copies so that you have only 1 copy of 1/2 of each pair. And so what happens to the chromosome number in meiosis is it's cut in half, it's halved. So mitosis keeps the chromosome number the same. Meiosis cuts the chromosome number in half. Mitosis, used for making body cells or asexual reproduction. Meiosis, used for making sperm and egg, which have half the chromosomes. They are monoploid. Now, once you make sperm by meiosis or egg by meiosis, if they join together by fertilization, if you have a sperm and an egg fused together, this monoploid cell and this monoploid cell join together to make a diploid cell, the original number, right? The original cell was 6 chromosomes in the diploid cell. And now we have a baby that is 1 cell big. This is the first moment that the baby exists as a separate individual, and it has 6 chromosomes, 3 from dad, 3 from mom, matching the number that they each had to begin with. Where every body cell had pairs, every body cell had pairs, every egg had no pairs, every sperm had no pairs. When you fuse them together and you get a fertilized egg, also called a zygote, you have restored the diploid number. So fertilization is the second half of sexual reproduction. Meiosis cuts the chromosome number in half. Fertilization restores it to the original amount.